Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 25th of August and we are going to cover all the important questions of the current affairs for the day. And to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. You can also follow us on Instagram by writing the username The Students Point. Let's begin. But before that, if you are finding this video useful, don't forget to like the video and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. It will help to contribute in the growth of the channel. And before we begin, we have to see a question and everyone has to try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, which was the largest diaspora group to be granted Australian citizenship in 2019-2020? These are the list of diasporas. If you remember even the orders, then write orders in the comment section as well. Now let's begin. But before that, let's see the news. A massive fire has swept through the Sri Salem hydroelectric plant. So the question is about Sri Salem Dam. Sri Salem Dam is constructed over which river? So it is being constructed over Krishna River. So here B is the right answer. It is the second largest capacity working hydroelectric station in the country and the dam was constructed in a deep gorge in Nalamalla Hills in between Kurnool and Mahabubnagar districts. Next question now. Nuakhai Juhar festival in news is celebrated in. So it is celebrated in parts of Odisha and Jharkhand. So here both A and B is correct. D is the right answer. It is also celebrated in some parts of Chhattisgarh as well. And it is an important social festival of Western Odisha and adjoining areas of Simdega in Jharkhand. It is observed to welcome the new rise of new season and the word Nua means new. Khai means food. It is observed on 5th day of lunar fortnight of the month of Bhadrapad or Bhadra. In English it is August-September, which is the day after Ganesh Chaturthi, and people offer the newly harvested crop called as Nabhna to their respective presiding deities. Next question now. Who will receive Dhyan Chand Award for football on National Sports Day on 29th of August 2020? So this award will be given to Sukhvinder Singh Sandhu. We have already discussed about all the important awards related to sports on 23rd of August in detail. If you have missed that video, watch that video. We have dealt in detail about every important awards given in the field of sports. And you can join us our monthly and premium test series. We organize test series every month after 15th of every month, and test series cover all the important questions which were in use for the entire month, and based on those questions we also try to cover the static general studies portions so that a comprehensive preparation may be ensured for your examinations. And there are 3 plans which you can subscribe to this test series. The first one is for 1 month which costs ₹79. The second one is for 3 months which costs ₹219. And the last one is for 6 months which costs ₹420. After subscribing, you have to send your confirmation of subscription at this email ID, that is pointstudent2020@gmail.com. How do we organize the test? We organize test on our website studentspointweb.com. All the questions are uploaded on the website. You have to take the test online. Thereafter, you get an analysis of your performance as well as a comparative analysis of your performance with the performance of other aspirants who have taken the test on website. Thereafter, you will also get the PDF with all the explanations of each and every questions with answers. So you will get an analysis that where you have committed mistakes, and the importance of test not only lies in the questions but also in the explanation, as in explanation we try to cover the topic in a much comprehensive manner which ensures that you are not in a position to solve only questions related directly to that topic but also even questions related indirectly to that topic. So a comprehensive preparation is ensured through the test series, and test series is being prepared with lots of studies and lots of research on each and every topic. Next question now. Consider the following statements about magnetic hyperthermia mediated cancer therapy. Let's see. It is an invasive cancer treatment which involves delivery and localization of magnetic materials within the targeted tumor site. This statement is wrong because it is not an invasive, rather it is a non-invasive cancer treatment which involves the delivery and localization of magnetic materials within the targeted tumor. So first is wrong. Next statement, it can efficiently act against deep-seated inaccessible solid tumors like glioblastoma. This statement is correct. So first is wrong, second is right. So here only A state or option A is correct, and it is a non-invasive cancer treatment. The technique involves delivery and localization of magnetic materials within the targeted tumor site, followed by subsequent application of an alternating magnetic field, thereby generating heat at the tumor site. It is highly thermosensitive towards normal cells with minimal toxicity against healthy counterparts. So it will not harm the healthy and normal cells, it will only target the tumor cells. It was in news because recently scientists from Institute of Nanoscience Technology, which is an autonomous institute of Department of Science and Technology, are making efforts to make magnetic hypothermia mediated cancer therapy as desired therapy for inoperable tumors. Next question now. Kailash, which is claimed to be a nation without borders of dispossessed Hindus, is reportedly located near. So media reports suggest that it is located near Trinidad and Tobago. On world map, it is located precisely here in the Caribbean islands above the South America, and it is referred to as world's greatest digital Hindu nation. News reports suggest that it is located on a private island that Nityanand allegedly purchased from Ecuador. It was again in news because over a year after fleeing from India to escape arrest in a rape trial, fugitive self-styled godman Nityanand unveiled the new central bank and freshly minted currency of Kailasa. That country's name is Kailasa, which has been named by this fugitive Nityanand, which is the Hindu sovereign nation he claims to have founded in 2019. He launched Reserve Bank of Kailasa and presented its official currency called as Kailasian dollars. Next question now. Consider the following statements about National Council for Transgender Persons. It has been constituted under Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act 2019. This statement is correct. It will be chaired by Union Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment. This is also correct. So here both of the statements are correct. C is the right answer. Let's have a composition of this commission. It will include representatives of 5 states or union territories, one each from north, south, east, west and northeast regions on a rotational basis. 5 members will be included from transgender community, one each from north, south, east, west and northeast region, and they will have tenure of 3 years. It will also have representatives from 10 central departments, which includes Ministry of Health, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Minority Affairs, Ministry of Education, Rural Development, Labor, Law, Department of Pensions. It will also include representatives from Niti Aayog and NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission and National Commission for Women. Let's have some brief idea about key features of this act. The act provides for definition of transgender persons. They will not ask in prelims the definition of this act, but they can ask that whether this act passed in 2019 provides for definition of transgender persons or not. So yes, it provides for definitions of transgender person. It also provides the right of residence with parents and immediate family members. Their parents and immediate family members cannot deny them to live with them in their own residence place. It also prohibits against discrimination. In examinations, they may ask you a question that whether this act which was passed in 2019 provides for punishment for discriminating against transgenders or not. So yes, this act provides for punishment, and the punishment may extend from 6 months to 2 years of imprisonment along with a fine. It also provides for certificate of identity, and they have right to self-perceived gender identity, and they can receive certificate of identity from district magistrate. Now let's have definition of transgender persons. The act defines transgender person as one whose gender does not match the gender assigned at birth. It includes trans men and trans women, and persons with intersex variations, gender queers, and persons with socio-cultural identities such as Kinnad and Hijra. And because of such definitions, this act comes under criticism from civil society. Now let's see the next question. Consider the following statements about Atal Bimit Vyakti Kalyan Yojana. Let's see the options. Under this Yojana, unemployed benefit is paid to workers covered under employees state insurance scheme. This is correct. An unemployment benefit is paid in the form of cash compensation up to 90 days once in a lifetime. This statement is also correct. So it will be paid compensation for up to 90 days once in a lifetime, and the benefit does not exceed 45% of the average earning per day. No, this is wrong. Rather, the benefits does not exceed 25% of the average earnings per day. So here first, second is correct, third is wrong. So D is the right answer. And benefits can be claimed after 3 months, that is 90 days, in one or more spells for being rendered unemployed. And it was in news because Employees State Insurance Corporation has extended the Atal Bimit Vyakti Kalyan Yojana by 1 more year to 30th of June 2021. Also, it has relaxed eligibility criteria and enhanced the payment of unemployment benefit under the Yojana, which was applicable from 24th of March, and it will be valid till 31st of December 2020. And if you have not liked the video yet, do like it and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next question now. Perseids meteor shower generally occurs during which month? So it generally occurs during the month of July and August. So here C is the right answer. And these are one of the brighter meteor shower of the year. They occur every year between July and August, and they tend to peak around mid of August. These are made up of tiny space debris from comet Swift-Turtle, and these are named after constellation Perseus. Why? Because the direction or the radiant from which the shower seems to come in the sky lies in the same direction as Perseus. So this comes from this direction. And during its peak time, one can see 60 to 100 meteors in an hour from a dark place. And they are visible only in the northern hemisphere and can be viewed in skies all across. Now let's see some more points which are news. China has sold Type 054AP to Pakistan. It is a guided missile frigate, and it is the largest combat ship China has sold to a foreign navy. Next point now. The Karnataka government is to build transit home for migrant workers, and the project is being launched with an inspiration from Apna Ghar project, which was launched by Kerala government. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video. Subscribe and press the bell icon. Wait for the upcoming video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.